Coinbase says a stablecoin rewards compromise has removed a Senate obstacle for the Clarity Act. Coinbase Confirms Bipartisan puts the focus on banks' limits on deposit-like yield, while crypto platforms kept activity-based rewards. The confirmed detail is that Senate negotiators reached a compromise on stablecoin rewards inside the Clarity Act. The opening tension is concrete: whether the Senate markup window holds before the late May calendar pressure. That matters for exchanges, stablecoin issuers, banks, and users because they have to read May 1 compromise and SEC and CFTC split before the full outcome is visible. The first read should stay tied to those facts, not to broad crypto mood or an unsupported forecast. The baseline starts with this. The bill is designed to divide digital asset oversight between the SEC and CFTC and add disclosure rules. The compromise was tied to Senators Thom Tillis and Alsobrooks and a May Senate path. The measurable anchor is May 1 compromise, while SEC and CFTC split gives the story its structure. The related signal is stablecoin rewards, which keeps the story tied to a specific mechanism instead of a vague market reaction. These details set the boundary for the rest of the segment. What is confirmed, who is exposed, and which checkpoint must arrive before the next read changes. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. The mechanism is rewards can be tied to platform usage, but not structured like bank deposit interest. In plain English, that separates user incentives from products that compete directly with savings accounts. That matters because which rewards can survive under federal rules depends on the mechanism working as described, not on a headline alone. If a viewer misses this mechanism, the story can look like ordinary volatility or routine announcement traffic. For Coinbase, it is really a test of stablecoin rewards and whether committee members accept the compromise. If that condition does not appear, the setup stays conditional rather than confirmed. The direct impact lands on exchanges, stablecoin issuers, banks, and users. The deal can reopen the Senate markup path after stablecoin rewards slowed negotiations. Exchanges, stablecoin issuers, banks, and institutional allocators all have different stakes in the wording. This is where the story becomes practical, because it changes which rewards can survive under federal rules rather than only the mood around Coinbase. The affected side does not need a grand market narrative to feel the consequence. It needs clarity on Senate markup. That is why the impact scene stays focused on the user, trader, protocol, regulator, or institution actually named in the facts. The unresolved part is the bill still needs committee support, final language, and wider political backing. That does not prove that the Clarity Act will pass or that regulators will write permissive reward rules. The evidence that would clarify the gap is a Senate banking markup and clear regulator instructions on allowed rewards. This boundary is not a formality. It is the difference between the confirmed event and the outcome people may already be trying to price. Without that proof, stablecoin policy uncertainty remains a live risk, even if the first reaction looks confident. Until that evidence appears, the confirmed event and the expected outcome have to stay separate. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. The next signal is whether the Senate markup window holds before the late May calendar pressure. Coinbase Confirms Bipartisan should be judged by that trigger, not by the loudest forecast attached to it. If committee members accept the compromise, the story gains confirmation. If the markup slips or reward rules narrow again, attention shifts back to stablecoin policy uncertainty. The useful close is to track May 1 compromise, SEC and CFTC split, and Senate markup together, because one signal alone can misread a conditional setup. For Coinbase, the Senate clock matters more than celebration.